Yo, 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 it's Big Ant, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV. Had to come tap back in with NHO Nelly one
Yes,
time.
sir.
Hey, we did an interview before and things went a little array. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Things
yeah.
occurred. So we had to come back and it's on the right, redo it again.
Bounce back crucial.
She out here originally from St. Louis, but out here in H-Town right now doing her thing. So introduce yourself to the people. Tell them your name and things like that.
Yes, sir. What it do is NHO Nelly. NHO standing for Nothing Happens Overnight, representing the campaign. Born and raised St. Louis, Missouri, you know what I'm saying? And now the H-Town, my stumping grounds, you know, and I'm just out here trying to get it.
For sure, for sure. So, you coming to H-Town, that right there is two different cultures in the aspect. You know what I'm saying? Completely. So, I don't even know because this YouTube, I don't know what most of my viewers is from. I don't look into stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, for the people that know me that's from H-Town who look at this, give them a breakdown of St. Louis. What's a day-to-day operation like in St. Louis for you? I got people from St. Louis that I rock with real heavy, north side of St. Louis, you know what I'm saying? They been show love to my dogs for life, you know what I'm saying? One of them rest in peace, but the rest of them, you know what I'm saying? St. Louis always has showed me love. I done interviews with artists from St. Louis and business owners from St. Louis.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So shout out to them also. So
love.
give them your perspective of what St. Louis is and what it means and the day-to-day lifestyle of St. Louis.
I mean, for me, you know, day to day, like I say, I grew up in the city mostly, so I consider myself a city kid. You know, it's busy. It's definitely busy. A lot of stuff going on. Like I always tell people, I know it's a lot of violence, and the media can portray it to be a certain way, but in a sense, I feel like you got violence everywhere you go. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't negate the fact that it's still a beautiful place, and you know, we birthed a lot of things that people see today, like the blues. You know what I'm saying? Blues music. We got Chuck Berry originated from St. Louis, and it's a beautiful culture. I mean, for me though, a day to day, I'm gonna wake up, go get me some Krispy Kreme. You know what I'm saying? I love H-Town, but I ain't too much rocking with the Shipley. You know.
We got Krispy Kreme out here though. We got Krispy Kreme.
Man,
I don't like that shit.
I don't know why it just ain't the same. It ain't the same when it's back home. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then, you know, lunch, probably gonna kick it at White Castle, Emo's Pizza, some Chinaman, get some good Chinese food. You know, our food banging out there. It's definitely busting.
Okay.
But, you know, all around, like, I feel like the city is beautiful, man. It's something that you definitely gotta go and visit, go downtown, go check out the black history and the culture, and just, like, be in the mix to actually get a feel for it.
Okay, I feel that. I see what you're saying. So, what sparked the move for you to come from St. Louis to Houston?
Man, I'm a military brat.
Okay.
My pops was in the Army, did his time, you know what I'm saying? And then his last mission was right here in the H, and I just never went back home because over the years, the violence has increased and certain things, the dynamics of certain areas have changed. The economy is different. I just feel like I had a lot more opportunity right here where I already was. So I stayed, you know what I'm saying? But
For sure. Nah, I feel that. I do see like the violence in St. Louis. I do see that on the news. I actually follow an Instagram page. I think it's called Real St. Louis News.
I already know.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. I guess they like the hood. They like the hood. They the hood WBC 39. Right. They got their Instagram page where they pull up to the crime scenes.
Right.
And it's crazy because I didn't even know you could do that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. You got to write. Hey, that's dope. If y'all want to get into that. Shout out to Real St. Louis News. You can actually pull up to a crime scene with your camera and get information. I guess you got to get a press license or something.
I mean, you got to go through a process, but they do that as well, though, back home. The city's so corrupt, like, from the police to the news station. So it's like, to have that outlet is really giving you the real. Because a lot of covering up and a lot of under-the-table stuff
and
goes
they black,
on.
100% urban. That's dope. So, when you came out here to H-Town, you know what I'm saying, what did you really see like that made you start just rocking with the music and start like, okay, I want to get into this music thing?
Man, I mean, I was already singing. I've been singing all my life and playing instruments, the drums, piano, guitar, you know what I'm saying? And one day I was at the studio with some of my partners, because originally I started off making neo soul.
Okay.
So I was at the studio with some of my partners, and we was going over beats and freestyling, and they was just like, man, it was my birthday. They was like, who want to get in the booth? Who want to get in? And I was like, I do it, me.
Yeah.
And I got in there and I freestyled off the dome, and like just the feeling that I got from that, you know what I'm saying? I was just like, hey, I think I could do this. Like I feel this inside of me, and then just I tell people a lot, I make music, you know, in a sense for myself. It's like my therapy, it's my stress reliever. And I just felt like rapping, I was really able to not just get my words across, but the way I felt.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. So it's kind of just more of a whole vibe and everything.
Right.
And that's how the best music gets produced. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes,
and,
sir.
You know, St. Louis, that's one thing about St. Louis. They got a wave out there right now. Mm-hmm. It's a big wave. Say Cheese is on that wave out there. He knows about it. He rocking with a lot of the St. Louis artists.
Oh yeah.
They are doing their thing out there, real heavy, young dudes. Cause y'all haven't really had nobody pop since your Nellys, your Chingies,
right.
Your St. Lunatics with Nelly, and who else?
Jaquan.
You know,
it's been.
I know y'all. A lot of people don't know Metro Boomin is from St. Louis,
right? A lot of people think
people think he's from Atlanta because that's where he got on it.
Right.
I think, and he said he started with OJ the Juice Man in Atlanta. I think.
He did.
So I be up on my game. I know St. Louis.
Yeah.
So. Well, shout out Metro Boomin, he from St. Louis. That's something to be proud of. A very legendary producer.
Yeah.
So now y'all getting it going. The internet is making it possible.
Right.
I think if what happened with St. Louis, not saying they fell off because they still been doing their thing. I think that when the game kind of went to the internet, it kind of like they was slow.
We was a little behind.
And that's what I say. I think
we was a little behind.
In like Atlanta and other cities, they kind of had the older rappers. They transitioned.
It was able to pass that torch.
Yeah, they was able to pass the torch.
To really just
same thing with Houston. Nobody really passed that. Nobody passed the internet torch down to us, as opposed to like Atlanta. They had your Gucci Mane and you know, Jeezy was still, he understood the transition to the internet, or his team did, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Tip.
You know, Tip, he understood the transition to pass the torch. And Future came a little later, you know, but
he brought a lot with him though.
But he brought a lot with him. Yeah, he brought a whole wave, and I just feel like that gap is getting bridged in more and more cities now, because you don't need a label to get exposure no more.
At all.
A label can take you to the next level, put you in those places to be seen, but you don't need a label to get heard or noticed or seen.
You just need to study marketing. What I usually tell people. I feel like if you feel like you got a dope product, you can sell it.
For sure.
You can sell it. Cut the middleman out and, you know, take home all your profits straight like that.
For sure. And I do understand. I don't knock artists who sign deals. You know, you just want it to make sense. You don't want to go in there and slave yourself and give them all your money, all your earnings, and then you making $100, but you only keeping 12. Yeah, that's how we both say 12. Like, that shit crazy as well, but we both say 12.
Look,
we on the same type of shit. You know what I'm saying? At least try to get you at least a 30, 70. You know what I'm saying? At least that.
That's usually what I be telling artists, you know what I'm saying? I don't think it's anything wrong with signing the deal, but and not even just with signing the deal. I'm glad you touched on that, because I always make that a note to my team. I want everything I do to make sense. Okay. I don't ever want to feel like we just doing stuff to do it, you know what I'm saying? Like, it gotta be intentional. It needs to make sense. You gotta have a plan set up, you know what I'm saying? Because like I tell people, it's not about how fast you get in there as much as it's about where you actually trying to get to.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? You could be going nowhere hella fast.
Gotcha. You're right. A lot of people do spin their wheels. A lot of people be spinning their wheels. Yeah. So NHO Nelly. The NHO stands for Nothing Happens Overnight.
Yes.
That's going to be the name of the upcoming project. No, the one that's out. How does that work?
So, upcoming this year, before the year ends out, me and NHO Prime, we're going to drop our collaborative mixtape, Paid in Full, based off the movie in a sense, you know what I'm saying? But with our own little spin on it. And then next year in February, kind of celebrate the anniversary of the food tape that I dropped earlier this year. I'm going to drop my forthcoming tape, Nothing Happens Overnight.
Okay, that's
and I'm really excited about that. I have not told anyone. I haven't let this hit the streets yet, but DJ C Watts is actually gonna be in the mix on that project. So I've been telling people like it's gonna be big. The way it's gonna drop, the way it's going down, like it's gonna be different. It's definitely gonna be different. I've been studying the game a lot, studying a lot of my favorite artists, from Currency to Gates to Nipsey. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
I just been paying attention at how they move and what they did, you know, when they was coming into this game, and I really just feel like we got something, you know, we got the formula. So I'm really excited to see how that all pans out.
For sure, I'm with that too. I like to see somebody with a plan.
Oh yeah.
People don't know, and that's what niggas don't understand. I think a lot of people don't know. Niggas talk about perfect timing a lot. Niggas say well, no, let me get this understood and paint it out for the people. Okay. I hear a lot of niggas tell me right now, like, bro, why you ain't putting out music? Oh, it ain't the time yet. I'm waiting on the time. Nobody can see into the future. If they can, I don't know them. Right. You know what I'm saying? But when you tell me I'm waiting on the perfect time, nobody knows a time is perfect until after that time is passed.
Yes, sir. Yes,
so
sir.
I could drop something today, and then it take off. I didn't know that time was perfect before. It just happened like that.
Happened that way.
You don't know. So that's why I tell people, let your shit go. Don't be scared to release. Throw your shit out there. Release your music. Promote yourself. And come up with a game plan and strategy and execute. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people just get out here. They don't know. They drop a project. They think it's going to go crazy. Then it don't go crazy. Now they that depressed and down and want to give up.
Quit.
You got to understand this is a 5-year business plan. Look at anything you doing like a 5-year business plan.
Yes, sir.
So
right on.
You had some workout on YouTube also, right?
Yeah, I got the food tape that's out on YouTube. I have a video with Fred Donato for the hands-on song. We have a video for that.
Tell them exactly what to type in to get to that. Tell them exactly what to type in.
So you go to YouTube and you type in NHO Nelly. I will come up, the page will come up, the NHO campaign page should come up. If you want to watch the hands-on video, type in Fred Donato and Chanel hands-on, and it's going to come up, I promise you. I know because I do this shit myself. I be Googling and looking, you know, just to make sure it's all right for y'all. So NHO Nelly is going to pull up, and jump into that content, and I got some videos coming before this year ends out as well. So I know a lot of people been like, where the visuals at, but they coming. They coming.
You gotta have them visuals. Them visuals is key. They want to see it as much as they want to hear it.
Yes, sir.
Y'all type in NHO Nelly. One more thing I like to ask all my everybody I work with and people I collab with on interviews. A big part of this game is collaboration. A big part of elevation is collaboration. So I ask people, your style, you know your own style, you know your vibe, you know your sound. Who in the game, because you can get this to this level.
Right.
And that's not saying you're not good enough to get to the next level, but the right feature with the right song, the right vibe can really push you to that next level.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So who in the game right now you think you can get together, it'll be organic, it'll be raw, killing, and y'all put a good thing together, and I get on the track with them and it's gonna do some numbers.
It's gonna do some numbers.
Or it's just gonna be a hard track. Fuck the numbers.
Shit. It be between Kevin Gates and Currency.
Kevin Gates and Currency, for sure.
Kevin Gates and Currency.
And I'm fans of both of them niggas.
Yeah.
But both, especially, man, I was with the Jet Life shit 100%. You see my car.
Yes, sir.
You see my car. I'm 84 Monte Carlo.
Yes,
but that wasn't, I had that car
Shout
before
out
that.
St. Louis, too.
Yeah, St. Louis, they do them. They do them. They sure do.
Yes, sir.
They sure
That's
do.
Our car right there.
Long live my boy Boo Bop, man, for sure. I love, St. Louis is all love. I done tapped in with St. Louis. My boy B. Scott, my boy Thee.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? It's always love in St. Louis with the team and the fam. So Currency, you know, he got a little different or unorthodox style. Currency and Kevin Gates have a song together.
Yes, they do.
And it's hard as fuck. Just Ride.
That's my song.
But you know, they have completely two different styles. They both from Louisiana, but it's
their
like
styles is way different. That's another reason I love that song. Because I love to see like how artists could come together and be like from two totally different wavelengths and then make a wave.
Still
like,
put something out hard.
Yeah, it's still hard.
For sure.
But I feel like they both make hella genuine music. Like that was the kind of, and that's kind of what I wanted my music to be, transparent like that. Like even if I'm not necessarily airing out my business or telling you everything, like you still feel like you know me.
Okay.
You still feel like, dang, like this somebody I could kick it with, or man, this somebody I could take advice from, this somebody I want to be around. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not so much as a matter of being liked, but it's just like I feel these days, especially with social media, like you were saying earlier, like that wave then came. I feel like a lot of people are able to put on such a front.
Oh,
it's like you don't have to be your real self no more these days. You can be whoever you want to be literally now. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But I feel like it's so important to stay humble, real, and genuine, and give people like the real you. Exactly. And I feel like in their music, they both do that. You know what I'm saying? Like you feel like Currency just one of your homeboys, your stoner partner. You know what I'm saying? With all the chicks, the hot cars, the fly shoes, and then you got Gates. You know what I'm saying? Like he wear his heart on his sleeve.
Sure.
And I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
For sure. For sure. That's love. That's love. Give them your Instagram one more time, everything, where to get in touch with you at and all that, man.
Man, so y'all can find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, everywhere. NHO Nelly, Nellly. That's NHO Nelly, Nellly. Also, be sure we just dropped the website for the merchandise. Nothing happens overnight. You know, I got it on right now.
Okay.
We just dropped the site, NHOcamp.com. Go cop that. We got jogger suits coming soon. We got slides coming, beanies. Like, it's going to be big. Go tap in for real.
For sure, for sure. Make sure y'all tap in. Also, go to subscribe to the channel. This Urban Politicians TV. Also, follow me on Instagram at urbanpoliticians_Big Ant. And also, my other page is at Urban Politicians TV. Tap in with NHO Nelly. We got got a lot more coming.
Yes,
1,000.
sir.